Welcome to the second edition of the MBS News for 2021. I'm Dr. Janelle Charles Williams and I'm at Morris Bay, a stone throw away from our MBS Johnson's Point Pharmacy.
I am Naika Walsh on the property of Carlisle Bay.
And I am Delicia Bonney, reporting from the beautiful Tamarind Hills Villa and Suites to capture the picturesque segment of the St. Mary's Parish in Antigua and home to the Medical Benefit Scheme Satellite Pharmacy in Johnson's Point. The St. Mary's Parish boasts of many leading restaurants, hotels and villas, the Jolly Harbour Golf Course, Marina and Boatyard. In season, the parish buzzes with excitement from visiting tourists who make it a top priority to visit our alluring beaches. In the St. Mary's Parish, the local population can enjoy a vast hiking platform which includes Buggy Peak, Monks Hill, Signal Hill and Sage Hill.
Awesome, Delicia. Our Johnson's Point Pharmacy, located in the St. Mary's Parish, offers walk-in services Mondays to Fridays from 8 a.m. to 12 noon, and that's for prescription dispensing services. Beneficiaries are encouraged to refill their prescriptions 7 to 5 days before the last pill.
What are the expectations when visiting Johnson's Point Pharmacy? Ensure that your prescription is valid. You're expected also to take along your medical benefits card. We would want persons to observe the COVID-19 protocols. Persons are required to wash their hands thoroughly. Ensure that you wear your mask. We do not want crowding in the clinic area where you sit to wait for the medication. So we're asking you to obey the instructions given by the security.
Still on health and in keeping with World Day of Safety and Health in the Workplace, observed April 28th, a reminder to observe the COVID-19 protocols.
Well, at the workplace, you know, you have a number of persons from different areas of the country. Some ride bus, some walk, some come in other vehicles. And so when they report to work, first, that person should wash his or her hands before entering into the building. They should be wearing a face mask. Within the office environment, the employer should ensure that the desks that they sit around should be sufficiently spaced out to ensure social distancing. Okay? And that the mask is worn at all times. And so, when it comes to cleaning, he has to make sure before work is commenced that the cleaner wipes the surface of all desks, the chair, mop the floor, spray the door handles, and wipe the walls. So if the virus comes to land on any surface whatsoever, that at least they have been cleaned prior to working. Once it has been determined that there was a positive case among your staff, that person, of course, will have to go into isolation. Now, the other workers, it would be suggested that you send them to do the test, the COVID test, because at the end of the day, we want to make sure no one else would have contracted it. And if they would have contracted it, it means they would have to go into isolation. But for the moment, until it's determined they are not positive, you have to put them into quarantine. So it is advised or advisable that each member of staff that would have come into contact with that positive case should get a COVID test done. You do massive cleaning and disinfecting, and you air out the building. You don't have on AC and so on. You air out the building, natural ventilation. In recent times, we have been advising ministries, private places, do not install sealed windows. If there's an outbreak of a fire, you cannot go through sealed windows. When you have sealed windows, any condition around, it would accumulate. Then persons coming in and out of your office, what are they bringing in? They're coughing, they're sneezing, and they're releasing from their bodies these microbes, whether bacteria, viruses, and you're inhaling it, or it stays in here. How does it escape when the windows are sealed? So it will call for more stringent actions to be taken in terms of cleaning, disinfecting, and sanitizing.
I am on the property of Carlisle Bay in the St. Mary's Parish, soaking in the sunshine and fresh air. Key health ingredients. What we eat is just as important. Here are a few tips to ensure you get adequate vegetables in your diet.
Tip number 1, set a daily or weekly goal. Find one new way to enjoy a vegetable each week. For example, you can try making beet frozen joy. Or you can set a daily goal of having 3 vegetables each day. For example, you can incorporate pumpkin or carrots into your morning breakfast of oats or another type of cereal. Tip number 2, find creative ways to incorporate vegetables into your daily diet and into your different dishes. So for example, you can try making pumpkin or carrot or beet pancakes, or you can also try stewed pawpaw, stewed pumpkin, stewed carrots. Tip number 3, make it a family affair. Have a family cooking competition where veggies are the star of the dish. Or you can also have an individual in the family choose one vegetable per week for the entire family to enjoy.
Thank you for those practical tips, Charity.
We now turn our attention to the Medical Benefit Scheme Challenge. Here is a recap of
Congratulations, everyone. In May, we focus on backyard gardening. We are excited to see your submissions.
Further congratulations go out to the winners of the MBS Nutrition Department 21-Day Challenge, Levels 1 and 2.
Our second place winner is Mrs. Yvelle Charles Jenkins with 216,763 steps in 21 days, and she also exceeded the 210,000 steps challenge.
Exercise has always been important to me. The 21-day challenge was a good start for me. It helped me remember what it was like to feel good after completing an exercise activity.
The winner of the steps challenge goes to our very own Chief Financial Officer, Mrs. Laverne Brown. 262,794 steps in 21 days. And Mrs. Brown, you far exceeded the 210,000 steps.
We have to live by example. So if it is that we are encouraging our beneficiaries to be healthy and to change our lifestyle, they have to see it in us. So that's one of the motivational reasons why I exercise, and not only that, for my own personal well-being.
Keep up the excellent and inspiring work.
And finally, before we close, remember to include fruits and vegetables in your diet. Drink adequate water, engage in at least 30 minutes of moderate exercise daily, and control all underlying conditions. Until next time, stay Stay safe and inspired. I'm Dr. Janelle Charles Williams.
I am Delicia Bonnie.
And I am Naika Walsh. Bye.
Antigua is home. It's home for me. Land of sun and sea and total beauty.